In this video today, we're going to be talking about silent letters. Shh. As you probably know, English has a lot of silent letters. Letters that you don't say. They're in the word when you write them, but you don't say them when you speak. Why? It's probably one of the most difficult things for English learners to understand is when do I say the letters that are in the words and when do I not say them? And in this video today, we're going to be talking about silent consonant letters. There are two types of letters, vowels and consonants, and we're not going to be talking about silent vowels today because they can be silent for all kinds of reasons. For example, the magic E that is at the end of a lot of words in English. It actually changes how other letters are pronounced. So it's not really a silent letter in the way that you're going to see in this video today when we talk about silent consonants. Consonants are letters like C, D, F, T, M, N, and vowels are letters like A, E, I, O, U. Also in this video, we're not going to talk about silent letters where it's just a double letter. We have the word in with one N and in with two N's, and they sound the same, but in writing, we can see that they are different. So that's not what we're going to talk about, but what we are going to talk about are silent consonants that look strange in words that might confuse you when you're trying to pronounce words, and I'm going to show you the correct pronunciation. Get ready because there's a lot of them. But first, I need to thank the sponsor of this video, which is English Every Day, a live speaking platform where you can practice spoken English with native teachers many times every day. If you need speaking practice, which most of you do, then English Every Day is the best place for you. Click the link under the video to learn more. So first, let's start with the letter B. We see a silent B at the end of a lot of words, especially when it comes after the letter M, like in the word numb, or dumb, or lamb, or thumb, or climb, or bomb, or comb. Yeah, there's a lot of them. And usually if we add an O at the end of this word, then we start to pronounce the B. Like dumb can become Dumbo. Or if we add an O to the end of the word comb, it becomes combo. There are also some words with a silent B before the letter T, like in the word debt, or doubt, or subtle. Now let's go to the letter C. In English, there are a lot of words with a silent letter C after the letter S, like in the word science or scissors. We don't pronounce the C. The S and C together just make an S sound. Or in the word scene or obscene or descend or ascend. You also see this in words like fascinate and muscle. But that's not the only time that C is silent. There are also other words with a silent C, like yacht. In that word, C and H are both silent. Or in the word indict, or in the word czar. Now, there's two different ways to spell the word czar. We can spell it with a CZ or with a TS at the beginning. But if you spell it with the CZ, then the C will be silent. It will just make the Z sound at the beginning. Czar. Now we're moving to the letter D, and this one is a little controversial. Some people might disagree that some of these letters are really silent, like in the word edge or ledge. We don't really stress that D sound. It is practically silent. Like in the word bridge or ridge, we don't say bridge, we say bridge. But there are other words that have silent Ds too, like the word handsome or handkerchief. And probably the most famous word with a silent D in it is the word Wednesday. It is not Wednesday. No, no, no. Your teacher probably told you that the D is silent, but maybe you forgot. Wednesday, not Wednesday. Now, before I continue to the next silent letter, let me know in the chat under this video what the most difficult word with a silent letter is for you to remember. What is a word that you always mispronounce, even though you know that the letter is supposed to be silent? And while you're writing that comment down there, like this video and subscribe to this channel and help us get to 500,000 subscribers so we can keep making these videos for you. Now let's go to the letter F. And actually, there aren't any words that I could think of or find that have a silent F in them. Some people might say that the word fifth has a silent F because usually when we're speaking quickly, we pronounce it fifth. So it sounds like the second F isn't pronounced. But honestly, the pronunciation of this word can be different. It can be fifth with an F or fifth without the F. Now let's go to the letter G. There are a lot of words with silent Gs in them. And one reason for this is because a lot of these words came from other languages, especially from Greek. And in other languages, it might be okay to say gn at the beginning of a word, but in English, it's not. That's not part of the phonology of English, the regular sounds of English. So we have words like gnome, which is spelled with a G-N at the beginning, or gnat, or gnarly, or gnaw. And then there are words with G-N in the middle or at the end, and G is silent, like in the word champagne, or cologne, or align, or the word sign, or rain. Not rain like what falls from the sky, but to reign like a king. But maybe those are not the words that you were thinking of when I said that we will talk about words with a silent G, because there are a lot of words that are I-G-H or E-I-G-H, and we don't pronounce G or H. Crazy English. Some of those words are sigh, or high, or night, or bright, or light, or sight, or fight. Yeah, there's a lot of them. And also in the words though and thorough. So now let's move to the letter H. We've already talked about some words like yacht and night that have a silent H in them. But some words have a silent H at the beginning, like the word hour, or air, or honor, or honest. To make it even more confusing, that's what you want, right? You want it to be really confusing when you're learning something. To make it even more confusing, there's the word herb. In American English, the H is silent. We usually say herb or herbs. But in British English, they usually pronounce the H in this word, herb or herbs. And then we have the question words like which, what, who, where, why. And in all of these words, H is silent. In fact, the letter H is silent in a lot of words that have WH at the beginning, like the color white, or whistle, or to whine like a baby. Then there are some other words that have a silent H, like ghost or rhyme. Oh, and I can't forget the words that have CH, where the H is silent. Usually words that have a CH pronounced like K, without pronouncing the H sound at all, so the H is silent, these words usually come from Greek. If you want to learn more about pronouncing CH sounds in English, then go check out my video on that topic. But there are a lot of these words. For example, echo, or Christmas, or chemistry, or chemical, or anchor, or chaos, or archive, or character, or charisma, or chorus. Now let's move on to the letter J. And to find a word with a silent J in it, I had to think long and hard. I had to relax. There's only really one word I can think of that has a silent J, and that is the word marijuana. That's right. In English, we don't pronounce the J in the word marijuana. Now let's move on to the letter K. Here's another example of Greek words that we took into English, but we forgot to pronounce the first letter. Yeah, maybe in other languages you can say kn at the beginning of a word, but in English you cannot. So when you see KN at the beginning of a word, it's probably pronounced N without a K sound. For example, in the word knife, or knee, or knit, or know, like to know something, or knowledge. Isn't English so much fun? Let's talk about the letter L. I'm sure some people are going to disagree with me here because there are a lot of words where L is questionable, like in the word should, or could, or would. And then we've got words like talk and walk. And a lot of people would argue that we do pronounce the L in these words, but it doesn't sound like we pronounce it. We don't say talk, we say talk. There's also definitely a silent L in the word half or calf. And don't even get me started on the words like folk and yoke. But probably the funniest silent letter L is the name of a fish. The fish is called salmon, and there's an L in the word. And I say it's funny because I hear native speakers pronounce it with an L, and it's a mistake, and everyone knows it's a mistake. At least I think they know it's a mistake. But sometimes they do it. Not usually, but sometimes. But very often I hear non-native speakers, people who are learning English, pronounce the L in this word. They say salmon, and that's not the word. The word is salmon. So that silent L is pretty fishy. Moving on to the letter M. The letter M is silent usually when it comes before the letter N. And this again comes from Greek. So we have a word mnemonic. If you've ever tried to study memory and memorizing things, then you might know what that is, like in a mnemonic device, something that helps you remember something better. But the M at the beginning is silent. It's spelled with M-N at the beginning, but it's pronounced mnemonic. And that's kind of funny because it's M-N. But when we talk about silent N's in words, it's usually M-N, and the N is silent. Like in the word column, or autumn, or hymn, or condemn. Great, we've covered a lot of silent letters already in this video, but there's a lot more. And the next silent letter we're going to talk about is P. I've told you about a lot of words that come from Greek, that come from other languages. And when we pronounce them in English, we don't say all of the letters. So with the letter P, we can really see this, that there's a lot of Greek words that we took into English that start with PN or PS or PT, and we just don't pronounce the P. So we've got words like psychology or pseudonym or psalm. That has a silent L and a silent P. Weird. And then we've got the PN words like pneumonia or pneumatic. And then we've got words with PT at the beginning like pterodactyl. But there are some other words where there are strange silent P's in the middle of the words, like the word raspberry or receipt. Yeah, that one's tricky. A lot of people make mistakes with that one. It's receipt and it's not receipt. Now let's talk about the letter R. Some people think the R is silent, but it's usually not silent in English. Even though in British English, you will hear that people don't really pronounce the R at the ends of words. That doesn't mean it's silent. For example, the word car. I'm American and I pronounce it car with an R at the end. I sound like a pirate. But British English speakers tend not to pronounce the R at the end, so it would sound more like caw. But usually if you see an R, it's pronounced. Now let's talk about S. There are some words that have a silent letter S in them, like the word island or isle. And then there are words that were taken from French or Latin, and in English we just don't pronounce the S, like apropos or debris or bourgeois. And it's important that we talk about French words in English because the next letter is the letter T, and there tend to be a lot of French words used in English that have a T at the end, but we don't pronounce it in English, like the word ballet or buffet or gourmet or even croquet or valet or ricochet. And of course, that cool hat that people wear, a beret. And there are some other French words that we have where we don't pronounce T, like the word rapport or debut. But okay, we're studying English, not French, even though those are words in English too. But let's talk about other words that have a silent T, like soften or fasten or listen, but also words like tsunami. Yeah, tsunami is spelled TS at the beginning, but we don't pronounce the T because in English, we don't usually say ts at the beginning of a word. We also have the word asthma, where we have a T and an H that are both silent. And everybody's favorite word who has a house but doesn't have money, mortgage. Yes, the T is silent. It's not mortgage, it is mortgage, even though mort is connected to death and having a mortgage feels like death. You still don't pronounce the T. The next letter we need to talk about is the letter W. And the letter W is silent all over the place, but especially in words like right or wrench or wreath or wrinkle or wrap or wrong or wrestle or wreck. But it's not just at the beginning of words. There's also a silent W in the word who and in the word to. And my favorite, sword. Yes, most English speakers do not pronounce the W in the word sword. So it's not sword, it is sword. Now let's talk about the letter X. And for this, we need to go back to French. And there's really one word that I use that has a silent X in it, and it's the word faux. Faux means fake. And it's not pronounced fox, it's pronounced faux. At least that's how we pronounce it in English. And then we have the letter Z. I can only really think of one word that has a silent Z in it. Yes, I'm American, and this letter is Z. If you're British, then you might think that this letter is Z. But in American English, it's Z. And again, there's a French word that we use in English. It is rendezvous. And it has a Z in the middle, but we don't say it. So now you've learned a lot of words where we don't say the letters, and you shouldn't say those letters. You shouldn't pronounce them when you're speaking those words. But if you want to know what you should say, and if you want to practice saying it, and you want to talk with real, live people and native teachers who will correct your mistakes, then click on the link under this video and go to English Every Day, where you can practice speaking live with native teachers and students from around the world. You will definitely improve your English and become more fluent very, very quickly. And hey, you might even talk with me there. Thanks for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.